Here's the thing about follow-ups that nobody talks about. 73% of entrepreneurs completely avoid following up with their leads, and it's not because they're lazy or don't care about money. There's actually a hidden mental block that's way deeper than you think. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a digital marketing consultant who was making decent money, but she had this weird thing happening. Every time she got a new lead, she'd get excited, have a great first conversation, and then nothing. She'd just freeze up when it came to follow up. But here's what's crazy. Sarah wasn't scared of rejection. She wasn't worried about being pushy. The real problem was something completely different. She had what I call perfectionism paralysis. See, Sarah believed that every follow-up had to be this perfect, personalized masterpiece. She'd sit there for hours trying to craft the perfect email, and because it never felt good enough, she'd just not send anything at all. Sound familiar? This is the hidden mental block that destroys most entrepreneurs. They think follow-up has to be perfect, so they end up doing nothing instead. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is what this costs you. Let's do the math real quick. If you get 20 leads per month and you only follow up with 5 of them because of this perfectionism thing, you're losing 15 potential clients every single month. If just 3 of those 15 would have said yes, and your average client is worth $2,000, you're losing $6,000 every month. That's $72,000 per year, just because you're waiting for the perfect follow-up that never comes. But here's what changed everything for Sarah. She discovered that good follow-up isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Instead of trying to write the perfect email, she started using what I call the 2-minute rule. Every follow-up had to take 2 minutes or less, no exceptions. And you know what happened? Her response rates actually went up. Way up. Turns out, people don't want long, perfect emails. They want quick, helpful messages that solve their problems. But there's more to this story. Sarah also discovered the value-first approach. Instead of asking for something in every follow-up, she'd lead with value. A quick tip, a useful resource, or just a helpful reminder. This completely flipped the script in her brain. Instead of feeling like she was bothering people, she felt like she was helping them. And that mental shift changed everything. Within 30 days, Sarah went from following up with 25% of her leads to following up with 100% of them. Her close rate jumped from 15% to 45%, and her monthly income doubled, all because she fixed this one hidden mental block. But here's the thing most people get wrong about follow-up systems. They think it's about the tools, CRM software, automation, fancy templates. That's not it at all. The real secret is fixing what's happening in your head first. Because if you don't fix the mental block, no tool in the world will help you. So let me ask you something. How many leads did you get last month? And how many of them did you follow up with consistently? If you're like most entrepreneurs, the gap between those two numbers is costing you thousands of dollars every single month. But it doesn't have to be this way. The solution isn't more time, better tools, or perfect templates. It's understanding the psychology behind why you avoid follow-up in the first place. Once you fix that mental block, everything else becomes automatic. Think about it like this. You brush your teeth every morning without thinking about it. You don't sit there for 20 minutes trying to craft the perfect teeth brushing strategy. You just do it. That's exactly how follow-up should feel. Automatic, effortless, just part of your daily routine. And the crazy part, when you remove the mental block, it actually becomes easier to follow up than not to follow up. Your brain stops fighting you and starts working with you. But here's what most business coaches won't tell you. This mental block shows up differently for different people. Some people have perfectionism paralysis like Sarah, others have rejection and anxiety. Some have imposter syndrome, and some have what I call success sabotage. They're actually afraid of what happens if their follow-up works too well. The key is figuring out which mental block is holding you back specifically, because once you know your specific block, you can use the exact strategy that works for that block. For perfectionism paralysis, it's the 2-minute rule. For rejection anxiety, it's the value-first approach. For imposter syndrome, it's the authority positioning framework. Each mental block has its own solution, and when you use the right solution for your specific block, the results are incredible. I've seen entrepreneurs triple their close rates in 30 days just by fixing this one thing. But here's the part that really blows my mind. Most entrepreneurs know they should follow up more. They've read all the statistics, they know it takes 5 to 7 touches to close a deal. They know follow-up is important, but they still don't do it. Why? Because knowing what to do and being able to actually do it are two completely different things. It's like knowing you should exercise, but still sitting on the couch. The problem isn't knowledge, it's the mental block that stops you from taking action. And until you fix that block, you'll keep getting the same results you've always gotten. But when you do fix it, everything changes. Your income becomes predictable instead of random. Your stress levels drop because you're not constantly worried about where your next client is coming from. And you finally feel like a real business owner instead of someone just hoping for the best. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to stop losing thousands of dollars to this hidden mental block? Are you ready to turn follow-up from your biggest weakness into your biggest strength? Because if you are, the solution is simpler than you think. It starts with identifying your specific mental block, then using the exact strategy that works for that block. And finally, building a simple system that makes consistent follow-up automatic. No complex software, no perfect templates, no hours of planning. Just a simple system that works with your brain instead of against it. The entrepreneurs who figure this out first are the ones who win. They get the clients, make the money, and build the businesses they actually want. The ones who don't, they keep struggling with the same problems year after year. Which group do you want to be in? Because here's the truth. Every day you wait to fix this, you're losing money. Real money. Money that could pay for your kids' college, your dream vacation, or that house you've been wanting. And the worst part, it's completely unnecessary. This problem can be fixed in 30 days or less if you know what you're doing. But most people will keep making excuses. They'll say that they don't have time, or they'll try again next month, or they'll convince themselves it's not that important. Don't be most people. The entrepreneurs who succeed are the ones who take action when they see an opportunity. They don't wait for perfect timing or perfect conditions. They just get started. And right now you have an opportunity to fix the one thing that's probably costing you more money than anything else in your business. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep losing deals to poor follow-up, or are you going to finally fix this once and for all? Because I can tell you from working with several entrepreneurs, the ones who fix their follow-up system are the ones who build real businesses. The ones who don't are the ones who stay stuck forever. Your choice. But choose quickly, because every day you wait, your competitors are getting better at this. But the entrepreneurs who master follow-up first are the ones who dominate their markets. Don't let that be someone else, let it be you. By the way, I put together a free resource that helps you identify your follow-up block and match it with the right fix. It's linked below if you want to grab it. The time to fix this is now. Not next week, not next month, not when you have more time. Now, because your future self will either thank you for taking action today or regret that you waited. Which story do you want to tell? If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next strategy, and check the link in the description to grab your free outreach jumpstarter and stop losing money to missed follow-ups.